What is the deal with Marvel and Marvel Rivals in general? Marvel is maybe one of the most fisted franchises of all time. And the more confusing part of it is, I love this game so fucking much. I don't want to love it. I have to clarify that. I really don't want to love this game. Because Marvel itself has burned me out. Marvel Rivals, somehow, outside of the initial movie, Iron Man, might be one of the best things they've ever done. I don't know why it's so fun, because I hate Overwatch after playing Overwatch like years ago. I'm done with Apex Legends. I've played a lot of Fortress, Team Fortress 2, which is fun with the friends. And then there's you got like Battleborn and all this other shit. And the reality is that the hero shooter genre is, to me, dead, all right? It's gotten hit by a car and it shouldn't get back up. And yet here comes Marvel Rivals, and it's essentially the paramedics for the entire genre itself. I have not had this much fun in a long time with a competitive shooter, because for me, competitive shooters are so boring. They're so boring and played out. Marvel Rivals, for some reason, hits a very specific thing on my autism chart. There's an addictive gameplay loop where they've fixed one of the most difficult parts of any competitive shooter or competitive hero shooter or arena shooter, and it's that they create a scenario where I have to be stuck in this game for a long time. But here's the thing, if a team just like iron fists you, it's over in like 10 minutes. It's fucking sweet. I mean, likewise, if you steam train an entire team, boom, 15 minutes. As opposed to me playing League of Legends and wanting to literally just like, you know, fire a cap gun into my face, because it'd just be really loud. Wasn't a physical handgun. Now, don't get me wrong. If you haven't played it, it does suffer from the same things that previous titles and previous games have. And the things that it suffers from are the most egregious as always. The community's toxic as f because it's a free-to-play game. I think that's a guarantee, and you're just gonna deal with it. The game mode's predictable, right? You take, you know, objective A to objective B with checkpoints in between, or you capture the point and that's it. The objectives aren't the things that make this game special, right? These are not the things, right? And I know what a lot of people are gonna be like. They're gonna be like, oh, I'll get to play Spider-Man, Iron Man, These are not the things that make them special. These are not the things that make this game special. The things that make this game special is not only the variance between all of the heroes and villains, but it's also the maps. My God, the maps. The maps in this game are so good. Some of them are just basic maps, right? But it's not just that they're basic maps. It's what they bring to the table. One of my favorite things about the game is that all of the maps have level of destructibility. This said destructibility comes back mid-match, which means if you destroy a wall that you were shooting at somebody because they were hiding behind it, well, guess what? That wall comes back later. Cool, all right. Hey, Reezy, it's not Battlefield. Who could give a flying shit, on a pantyhose or something? Who cares about destructible environments? It's not Battlefield. I agree. What about elevation? What about, dare I say, verticality? Because here's the thing. The other thing that really gets my goat is that the game, for some reason, they've done the smartest thing with the levels. Changing like the levels change. It's fucking wild. Like, you'll be on, say, on like a planet, on like a big starship, and midway through the capture the hill gameplay, you'll just all of a sudden have a platform raise up or raise down, and then it completely changes the way that your playstyle is, because you might be a very defensive team, but now if it's gone all the way down, you've left yourself open to, like, you know, an Iron Man or Storm or somebody else. Like, you could have you know, Black Widow just rain snipers down, you know, that, or it could be that you're on the Hydra map, right? You got lava and a big ancient temple, and then halfway through the capture, all of the rocks start moving, and then all of a sudden it's kind of a different map. Like, it's all of these simple things that make it so replayable and fun. Because even if I've played it 100 times, I'm still like, oh shit, what's going on? Shit, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Now, I know what you're gonna say. Reezy, all right? You're jerking this game off, all right? You got your hand around the base, okay? What's the bad part? All right, let me tell you about the curvature on this base, okay? Now, yes, there is a lot of awesomeness. There's a lot of variance. There's a lot of cool character traits, right? There's a lot of heroes and villains you're playing that you're like, this is so sick. I get to play Magneto, or I get to play as Squirrel Girl, which the internet is... There's a lot of artists that are making a lot of money from Squirrel Girl, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, man, there's a lot of variance. What's the bad parts? The bad parts here are Star-Lord's a good example, right? Star-Lord can fly through the air with a short-term pack. He can do a dodge, which has a little bit of like defense behind it. He's got two of his laser pistols. Right, sick. He has an ability that shoots everybody around him for like kind of good damage, right? What's his ult? His ult's a fucking auto aim, like Soldier 76. Now here's the thing. I'm pretty good with a lot of games, right? I get auto aims in there, right? It has to be there for a lot of hero shooters. At least one character has to have it. Here's the problem. Too many people have it. Like Cloak and Dagger, Cloak has it for an auto attack. Scarlet Witch has it for an auto attack. Star-Lord, as I previously mentioned, has 2 auto attacks. Here's the thing, man, and you could say it's because it's on controller, it's because it's cross-platform. It's not a big deal, it's something where I go like, it's kind of cheesy, right? Like, if I'm losing a fight, I'm a support main, because I'm a good guy, I'm a cuck. I'm gonna sit over there, you do the work, all right? I'm just there to just cheer you on as you... The reality of this is that it just becomes so much less fun, right? Because I'll just pick up Star-Lord and then rack 30 kills. Super easy. I just can position myself properly to be able to kill people, or at least like get into the back line and annoy all of the DPS and all of the healers until my front line can get through. Okay, boot, scootin', tootin', and then have Jeff come over and heal me up with his orbs and just spit on my face. And I'm like, for all of these trade issues, I think the game has a lot of potential, right? And I have issues with other stuff, right? I have issues with Iron Man being able to fly into the sky and just rain down dog shit. I have an issue with Storm moving really quickly and being quite a small target, okay? I have an issue with Jeff being able to heal so substantially, right? Or the fact that Loki has almost infinite sustain as well. There's a lot of issues here and there. But the thing is the game itself on a base level is great. This means that the game is awesome and has a lot of potential, but it's also a gigantic corporate property. I'm not going to talk about the battle pass or cosmetics because I don't give a shit. Gameplay is the core element of any game, right? So looking pretty and having cool effects is sick. Sure, that's where the money comes from. But if the game's dog shit or it seems lazy, then there's no point for either of those two things. So this is my assessment. I think this game is fantastic, but I also think it has huge potential to be a massive disappointment in couple of months. The game needs development, there needs to be some balancing, and I think there's only 2 roads where this game really blows up. You have the first way, where you balance and fine-tune and add progressively. Or, this is my preferred, and it's chaos incarnate, but there's X amount of Marvel characters. How about, and let me blow your dick off, blow it off smooth right now. What if you just added nearly 150 right off rip? Add 150 villains and heroes and anti-heroes. Because technically Wolverine's an anti-hero. And I think you make it so insane and so varied that the game is so crazy that you will see new combos all the time. What we need in this game, definitively, I don't think this game is fully complete until we have Dog Welder. I demand Dog Welder. I want to be able to weld stars, and I want to be able to weld dogs to people's faces. Yes, is he a villain? Absolutely. Okay, Magneto, he wants mutants to be the only thing. Humans are sub-race, all right? You know, you've got people who want to destroy the universe. Dog Welder just wants to weld a dog to your f***ing face. Truly despicable. So get Dog Welder in the game. Hit me up. What's your favorite, hero villain? And who is your least favorite? It's almost always going to be Jeff.